Hi, I'm making this YouTube video for those of you who have a 1999 Toyota Sienna. Now, this Sienna was passed down to me after my dad passed away because my dad didn't want to give it to me when it was in halfway good condition until he died. And this is what he said. And then my mom, of course, having it, and she can't drive. She's in her 90s. Of course, she's going to give it to me because my sister didn't want it because she didn't know what to do with it, and she didn't want to sell it. She didn't want to give it to the junk, so they have me do it. So I thought I'd just fix it up a little bit and use it because I can't afford to buy another car. I just bought my son a vehicle for college, and of course I didn't get a deluxe version like my dad did. Now let me tell you something that's the problem with deluxe vehicles. There's a deluxe vehicle that my girlfriend bought, this Hyundai, and then she bought a Cadillac. They have leather interior. The problem with leather interior is that you have to keep it in, put cream on it, keep it out of the sun, and keep it in good condition, which is a task to do all the time unless you bought cloth seats or a regular vehicle. And you can see that these leather, look at that, goes out. And I'm not about to buy a fancy dancy stuff that doesn't work, so I'm just going to cover it. So that's what I had to do. Plus my dad, as he was getting older, he spilled soda. This became a handicap car, and it's a mess because he's overweight. I'm finding myself getting to be like him here. But what I wanted to tell you is that all this deluxe stuff is crap. I bought my son not the standard version of vehicle, but in between standard and deluxe because I didn't want those leather seats. I want cloth. I got to tell you, in some Toyota videos, they say that this vehicle has a environmental filter. It doesn't. I went and bought these, as you can see, that STP up there, environmental filter for it. It doesn't take it. It doesn't have environmental filter. Maybe from 1999 up it does, or the latest versions, but this one doesn't. Another thing that I don't like about these vehicles is that back when I was a teenager, they came with metal handles. This is plastic. Look what happens, and everything's glued. Look at that. It's the same for everywhere else. Also, these locks don't respond. I'm guessing that there are, because I saw the hatch over here, as you can see that the lock here is got wires to it, so that tells me this is a motor. That's crap. That's why I don't want deluxe. This vehicle is great because it runs for after 22 years, but it still leaks. It's going to have its the gaskets are going to get old, and it's going to leak. And this XLE, I won't buy cars that have this convenience because it's a bitch to fix, and it doesn't work after a period. And when you don't have money like me, you can't readily get a car right away. Anyway, so that wasn't the problem. I just wanted to go over that. This 99 is a bitch. What had happened is that there's a YouTube video. Well, let me tell you, what had happened is that, of course, this broke. They say these handles go out. Okay, so I had to replace it. Of course, I don't have a backup backup like the new cars, which I wish I had, so I had to put my own. And that gets in the way sometimes. But I'm going to tell you that these handles go out, so I replaced it. Expensive if you go to O'Reilly's, but inexpensive if you go on Amazon, and it's the same type of replacement handle. So there's a YouTube video that shows you how to replace this. Very good video. The only problem is, and let's see if I could show you, is that if you could see, there's it looks like, and I don't know what they call it in mechanical terms, but it's the metal pieces like that. And then there's, on this cable to open up the hatch, there's an indentation. You have to put this piece in between those two. I want to call this U shape, but I couldn't do it. The video, he kind of struggled, but he got it in there. I had to take a screwdriver and then tap it with a hammer. So anyways, I got the hatch done. I finished putting in the handle, okay. Closed it, went to try it to open it, and it would not open. I was pissed after all that work. And when you're working, when you have this door closed and you're working in this small space and it's hot, it's a bitch, and you got flies flying around, you get pissed. So this locked up on me here. And so what I did is, I didn't know what to do. So what I did is I tried using the key, thinking it was locked. The key wasn't responding, okay? So then I had to come inside and see if I could do it manually. And what it was only going down that much, okay? Which is, that's kind of your 12 o'clock, maybe about your 2 o'clock. It was going down. So I tried to jiggle this and get it down, because I thought that's not enough. Wouldn't do it. So I thought, well, these are electronic, maybe that's enough. I couldn't open it. Well, then I thought it was the mechanism that was this mechanism here that ties in to that, I don't know what you call that ring there. And I tried to take it off. And so I took it off. It's a bitch when it's closed to take this off. You got to have small hands, and I thought that once I took it off, I could take the whole housing off and my hatch would open. It didn't. So I didn't know what to do. I just said, to hell with it. I don't care if I break it. And then what I did is I took this. I tried to take off the rod, because I thought the rod was keeping it from going all the way down. Couldn't do it. Couldn't find a way without breaking it, and I didn't want to do that, because then I don't have a lock, and because the crime is up, shit, they'll rip you off checking your doors. So I went all the way down. I said, the hell with it. If I bend it, I break it, I'm just going to go all the way down. And I did. So as you can see, with the key, it'll only go that much. Okay, when you insert the key from the outside of the hatch. But when you come in here manually, you got to bring it down. So if you have a problem with opening up your door, and it's not the handle, and you think it's this, it's probably your lock. And make sure you just push that sucker all the way down. Make it go all the way down to your, 3 o'clock? Was going about 2 o'clock, and then it goes down to 3. Make sure it goes down to 3 all the way, and then you won't have a problem. So that's just my little tidbit in case you guys get stuck out there, because these cars, these deluxe versions, is a bitch, because you have to take this, you have to take that, you have to take all this stuff off. And I've been using this as a pickup, so to put stuff in here, and I really need the hatch. But anyways, I hope this helps, and I hope just make sure that don't go deluxe.